Good day. This is Dr. Thaddeus Radziłowski of the Piast Institute. This program is one of a continuing series of programs put on by the Piast Institute to inform people about Polish and Polish-American history. Today, I'd like to talk about a very special subject, small one maybe, but one that illustrates part of the story of Polish Americans in the United States. This is a story about a young woman who came from the Polish-American enclave of Hamtramck, Michigan. Her name was Hedwig Diane Orlowski. Her parents were Bronisław and Zuzanna. She graduated from St. Florian High School. She went on to become a nurse. She took her training at Hurley Hospital in Flint, Michigan, and she became a surgical nurse. As a young woman, she decided she not only wanted to serve humanity as a nurse, but she wanted to serve her country. And she volunteered for service in Vietnam. She was a surgical nurse at the 67th Evacuation Hospital in Quy Nhon in Vietnam. After almost a year in Vietnam, serving as a nurse in surgery, ministering to badly wounded American soldiers, she was called up to Pleiku. There had been heavy fighting, and the Americans had taken a lot of casualties, and so they needed nurses in a hurry. So she flew to Pleiku and helped to minister to those who had been injured. When the surgeries were done, she was to return to her home base. The flight back encountered heavy fog, and when her plane tried to land, it was waved off. The pilot was being sent to another base at Da Nang, but because of the heavy fog, he didn't see it. He didn't see the mountain that loomed up in front of him. The plane crashed, and First Lieutenant Hedwig Diane Orlowski was killed. She was one of 8 American women who died in Vietnam. She was the daughter of immigrants who came to serve her adopted country. She had served with distinction and courage. She was awarded the Bronze Star. Her body was found in the mountain at Binh Dinh, and it was sent home. She lies today after a funeral at St. Florian's in Hamtramck at Mount Olivet Cemetery. I've come here to Mount Olivet Cemetery to pay my tribute to Hedwig Orlowski. And as you can see, she's buried beside her parents. She lies in the middle. Her father, Bronisław, Sergeant Bronisław Orlowski, to her right, and Zuzanna Orlowska, her mother, a nurse in the Polish Second Corps, on her left. All 3 members of a family that gave so much to their countries and to the world. The reason I decided to talk about her today was, first of all, April 13th would have been her 72nd birthday. She didn't see it. She died just before her 24th birthday. A young and vital woman. Also because she's from Hamtramck and because she's from St. Florian's, which is my home and my high school. And finally because she served in Vietnam, where I also served. So it's a story that's very close to me personally. But it's a story that really picks up all of the themes of our Polish-American story. Polish Americans served in larger numbers, for example, in World War II than any other American ethnic group. We have always been devoted to the cause of our country and of our homeland. So at this point, in the early spring, when her birthday would have been, I think we should reflect on her sacrifice and on her story. It's not just her story, it's ours, and it's one we should tell our children and it's one that serves as an example of a very important part of the history of Poles in the United States. And its tie, that Polish Americans' tie to the story of Poland, because she obviously came with the example and the dedication and courage of her family, of the example of her father and her mother. And she lived that out and made the ultimate sacrifice. The United States government awarded her posthumously a Bronze Star for meritorious service. She deserved it.